Hey guys, it's Lily and you're watching Simply Lily. If you are new to my channel, hi and welcome. Today I'm going to be explaining to you guys my scoliosis story slash a scoliosis update, as I recently got some good news on my back and I really wanted to share it with you guys, and I thought it was way easier doing it in a video than putting it all on an Instagram post. I was just going to be doing a scoliosis update video for you guys, and then I realized that I haven't done a scoliosis story, so I'm going to be doing it all together today in one. Yeah, so I really hope you guys like this video, and yeah, that's all I really have to say, so let's get into it. So this is like my first story time video for you guys, so like bear with me if I go into too much detail or not in enough detail, so I'm sorry about that, because it is kind of like my first story time and first like sit down just explaining something to you. So yeah, basically I'm going to start from the beginning. So it was about nearly 2 years ago that I was starting to get back pain in my back, and I just thought, you know, I might have done something in sport. I do cheerleading, so there is a lot of lifting and acrobatics involved, so I thought I might have just, you know, like pulled a muscle or something doing that. I went to my local physio at the time and they just did some massaging and they didn't really do much about it. They just gave me a few exercises and did some massaging. It still wasn't getting better, so I went back and we asked for an x-ray, but they didn't give me an x-ray. Anyway, I went to the doctor as I was sick, so I just went to the doctor, and my mum, while I was there, my mum was like, I've been getting a lot of back pain, can you check Lily's back? And so they did, and they made me do the bending over thing. If you guys have scoliosis or, you know, any back pain, you guys probably know the bending down thing, probably do it a million times. Yeah, so they asked me to do that. They didn't really say much, but they said I want you to go get an x-ray. So I went and got an x-ray, and what popped up was scoliosis. I didn't know what that was at the time, but they said that it basically means I have like a curve in my spine. So if you guys don't know what that is, it basically means, like I just said, I have a curve in my spine. So your spine, or a typical spine, should be straight. Mine is like an S curve. And so I didn't really know what it meant. I didn't really like think much about it. But I went and saw a family friend who was a physio, who used to be a physio, but wasn't at the time. So I just went and saw her, and she explained some things of what I could do, what I should do, and she said that I should go see a specialist. So we booked in to see a specialist, but I was still getting the back pain. The family friend at the time, who wasn't a physio but she was wanting to open a physio again, she just gave me some strengthening exercises, and I was like her first sort of patient at her physio, and she just gave me some strengthening exercises to help me with my core, to be able to help hold myself better, so that like my core can hold my spine better. And so I kept doing that, and I was finding I was getting less back pain, more and more that I did it. So I did that, but I still had to go see a specialist because I still have scoliosis. I went and saw one specialist, and I didn't really like him. I didn't really get a good vibe from him, and my parents didn't really get a very good vibe from him as well. Sorry, I can't speak today. But yeah, so my parents didn't really get a good vibe from him. We know that he was very good at what he does, and he's a very good surgeon, but we just didn't warm to him. We went and saw we got in contact with another specialist that my friend had actually seen as she fractured her back, and I went and saw him, and I found that I really liked him, and he was really nice. Basically, he measured my curve, and he said it was only 19 degrees, which means I don't need bracing, I don't need surgery. He just said you're going to need to monitor it, as I am a RISA 0, which means I still have a lot of growing left. If I'm a RISA 5 or something, it means I don't really have much growing left. But I was like, okay, what, you know, blah 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 blah. Still getting a little bit of the back pain, so I kept doing my exercises with my physio. He asked me to come back 6 months later with another x-ray so he can check my spine, check that everything's alright, and yeah, so I did that, and he said that my curve had progressed 6 degrees, so a degree a month. And he said that I'm going to need to be put into a brace, as I still have a lot of growing left, and that there is a 90% chance of progression, which means there's a 90% chance of my curve to keep growing and worsen, and for me to maybe end up needing surgery, which I do not want. So I kind of was like, okay, you know, a brace doesn't seem too bad. I just thought it was kind of like just a little bit of fabric or something holding me. I knew it would be like holding me in my place, but I didn't think it'd be like, I just thought it'd be like fabric or something. He showed me an example, and it was this big, like, a Boston brace. It was like a plastic, like, it was a different brace to the one I have, but you know, it was a big plastic thing that I saw, and I was like, no way am I wearing that. No, I'm in high school, I've just started high school, everything's already daunting for me. I'm trying to, you know, just be a normal teenager. No way am I wearing that brace. No. And I got in the car and I was like really upset. I was like, I'm not doing that. No way. So we started looking to other options. We looked at other physios, we looked at people who did braces and physio together. We looked at different techniques, but we ended up having to do the brace. And I kind of knew that, but I just didn't want to hear it. So I went and saw the guy who made my brace, and he explained everything to me. He explained the hours of it, and yeah, I went back a few weeks later, and he measured me for my brace, and it's all like this done with this 3D scanning thing. So it's really cool. Not many places do that, but yeah, he just did this 3D scanning thing, and I went back about 4 weeks later, I think it was, and I got my brace. This is my brace. So it's a bit daunting showing on camera, as I know other people do watch this who I don't know, so it is kind of a little daunting showing you guys this, as you know, you guys wouldn't have known what it was. Basically, I wear it this way, and I open it up, I go in, and then I close it and do the Velcro straps. And so he gave this to me, and he explained how to clean it, how I have to wear it, and he said I'm going to have to wear it for 16 to 18 hours. As you guys who might have a brace or might have done surgery, you know that this isn't like easy. It is hard, and it was very hard for 6 months, and yeah. But my mom and dad didn't just want me to do the bracing. They wanted me to do a exercise program with that. And they found this exercise program called Schroth therapy, and there's this guy at that's near me. He's kind of like an hour away from me. I'm not going to say just for safety reasons, but he's like the guru of this therapy, and we went and saw him, and he started a therapy with me called Schroth therapy. And then my physio here, who was the family friend, as she opened her physio again, she then went to New York to become a Schroth therapist, so that I don't have to go an hour away each week to do my therapy with him. I can just do it close to me, which is like 5 minutes from here. So she went and did that, and I was very, very, very thankful, and I see her just about every week. And yeah, so I was doing this whole, I still do this whole intense physiotherapy. If you guys don't know what Schroth is, it's like when you get put in your place that your brace is. So my brace like pushes you to one spot and another spot. That's me doing that, not in the brace, so that I can have like, you know, a good spine. I can be standing up straight, and they do all these things. And I was learning a lot more about my body than I did before. Anyway, I was starting to feel better. My back wasn't getting as much pain. It still would occasionally, but I would get really tight. I went back to my specialist 6 months after that, and he wanted me to do an in-brace x-ray and an out-of-brace x-ray. And I did that, and I did that about 3 months ago in November. So yeah, like 3 months ago. I love how I think about that. And he was measuring the curves and saying, you know, is it working? Is the brace working? Is the therapy working? Or am I like in a spot where I might need surgery? And he measured the curves, and he said that my curve had gone from 25 degrees to 18 degrees. So it had reduced 7 degrees, which is massive, and there's only a 4% chance of that happening. And so I was so happy. And he said that we asked, like, what are we going to do with the bracing? Am I still going to wear my brace for 16 to 18 hours a day, or am I going to not wear it at all, or what's going to happen? And they I had two specialists in at the time to get two different opinions, and they said that I should be wearing it to bedtime. So just to bed, so about 9-10 hours a night instead of 6 to 8, and I was so happy about that. I was like, I don't have to wear it to school anymore. I don't have to wear the bigger clothes. I can just finally, be able to wear fitted clothes again and stuff, and I was so happy with that. But I knew that wearing it to bed wasn't just going to be enough, and we wanted to make sure that I was in the all clear because there is still a chance that my back can worsen. So what happened was I've agreed with my physio and my parents that I'm going to be doing 12 hours a day. So I'm going to be wearing it to bed plus some hours after that. So after school I can put it on my brace on for 2 hours. On the weekend I can put it on for a few hours to get a few more hours to make sure that I'm still keeping my bracing up, because I don't want my back to get worse. I'm not out of the woods yet. Something can happen and I don't want that to happen. But yeah, that's my good news, guys. If you guys missed it, my big good news is that my curve has decreased. It's gone from 25 degrees to 18 degrees, and there's only a 4% chance of that happening. Okay, so I really hope you guys liked that story. I'm sorry that I was kind of a little bit all over the place. It's way harder explaining on camera when you know that everyone is going to be watching you, so I was kind of a little nervous to be explaining it to you and trying to get all the details right, and I was kind of mumbling a little bit, so I'm stuffing up little bits of the story, so I am sorry about that. But yeah, that's my story, and that's my update for you guys. I really hope you guys liked that video, and if you did, remember to give it a massive thumbs up and subscribe. And I know this video could have been a little bit boring for you guys, so I'm sorry about that. I am going to be doing more videos about scoliosis tips and tricks and stuff. Yeah, that's all I really have to say, and I really hope you guys liked that video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!